Established in 1967, the Architectural Association of Kenya is Kenya's leading built and natural environment professional association, incorporating architects, quantity surveyors, town planners, engineers, landscape architects, environmental design consultants, and construction project managers. As an umbrella association, AAK brings together professionals in national and county governments, the private sector, and academia. The association also acts as a link between professionals and stakeholders in the construction industry, including policymakers, manufacturers, real estate developers, financial institutions, among others. The association has achieved much within the Kenyan built environment for the last 52 years. In the last 2 years alone, AAK has gained tracts in the industry and benefited its members in various ways.
It's been a very vibrant 2 years of the association. We started off with the AAK at 50. We were celebrating 50 years, and it was great to come on a platform of being the first female president of the association. It had taken the association 50 years to reach this point, and I think it was a very great milestone to mark 50th birthday with a milestone like that. The association got a lot of visibility, and there were very many activities celebrating the 50th year, which invigorated the association, added a lot of vibrancy, and just took us a notch higher that we couldn't even come down for. We set the bar so high with AAK at 50, and that just became what we then, the association had to live up to. Status of the built environment has been excellent in ensuring that we have one point where we're collecting all information of how industry across the built environment has performed. So previously we have housing indexes maybe done by other private companies that speak to different aspects in terms of pricing of housing, pricing of land, but not one voice that was speaking about how the entire industry was performing. So this became a very good tool that we were using to first of all put our voice out there as the AAK, and to be a resource, for it to be a resource to practitioners in industry. At a glance, being able to see how the industry is performing year on year, comparing one year with another. During that period, of course, 2017 was an election year, so it was very interesting to see the dynamics and how politics plays in terms of the built environment. The research and advocacy team did a wonderful job of ensuring that all this information was collated and has actually put AAK's voice out there, be it with media, be it with our own members, be it with other people who are looking to invest in the built environment. We're so happy that within that same year, 6 months later, after AAK actually said number one on our agenda is affordable housing, government actually took up that, and the president made affordable housing one of the big four, if arguably the biggest of the big four. So it's a conversation that is very important in industry, very important for the well-being of Kenyans. It is a constitutional right, and we felt it had taken such a backseat, and we're very, very happy the government has made it come to the fore. AAK has been engaged in that regard in ensuring the standard of housing is up to par. We had our convention which was dealing with what we call dignified housing. So it's not enough that housing should be affordable. Housing must be dignified, and what does that mean? And bringing that to the fore, going back to our professionals who have practiced for 40 years, have been in part of that conversation in the 70s, going back and reaping from that knowledge, and ensuring that we're engaging with government, ensuring government came to those conventions so that we're having those conversations with them. In light of public awareness and public campaigns, we came up with two programs. One we called Friday Focus. We had found that AAK did not have a voice sometimes, or we had things to say, but we didn't have a platform to say it on any topical issue, whether it was a lion on a roundabout somewhere in the city, or floods. All these are built environment issues which we have expert opinion on, and we can use to even gauge what are members saying about this, what are members of the public saying about it, and what is the right information to go out there. So we found it a very useful tool in engaging on social media with our members, with members of the public, and educating them on a topical issue. And we found that it's been a very, very useful tool in demystifying a lot of the issues that surround, first of all, our professions, who our professionals are, any topical issues, what is the cause of a problem if a building collapses, is there anyone feeding the public with the information, and how to avoid certain pitfalls, as it were.
The idea of automation of construction permits in the country started from AAK. So initially we started the discussions with the Nairobi City Council then, who thankfully agreed to take up automation. And with the support of our partners at the International Finance Corporation, we were able to develop and implement a system that automated the construction permits in Nairobi. This was well received by the industry and was immediately taken up by other counties, which are Kisumu, Mombasa and Kiambu, which have now fully automated their processes of construction permits. With the support from our partners, we were able to engage this consultant to collect this information initially from 10 counties, and we are compiling it and we are launching it, a web portal where the public can actually get access to this information and be able to use it in terms of their own construction projects. But importantly, it is information that can be used for policy purposes, that persons and organizations that want to make policy decisions can rely on such information to see how can we structure the permit system in the country. Recently launched what we call the webinar. Is a web-based CPD delivery system that our members can actually sit in their offices and participate in CPD activities. The first webinar we had was about building information modeling, BIM, delivered by an expert from South Africa. So you can see that AAK is becoming globalized. We are able to deliver services and activities to our members right from their offices using technology.
Within 2018, the association experienced an increase in the number of members. This was mostly due to the vibrant CPD programs introduced for the benefit of members, increased focused recruitment strategies, as well as advocacy ventures and a more vibrant corporate image. The total number of paid-up members as at 31st December 2018 was 1,645, compared to 1,073 as at 31st December 2017.
One of the key objectives of AAK is to promote the development of the professions in the country that we represent. And traditionally, AAK has been very active in matters of continuous professional development. We have increased our CPD activities over the last 2 years, and we've also spread it across the chapters so that today all the 7 chapters of AAK run a CPD event from time to time. And I think that is a key thing for the association and the professions that we represent. Last year we had about 30 CPD programs. This year looking to do more of these sessions, and all of these are to the benefit of the members of the association, because we're able to bring them up to date with the emerging issues, emerging technologies, new products in the industry that will make their processes more efficient.
I have received many benefits from the networking opportunities from the association. The greatest one of which is that I landed my job at one of the member farms of the association. Being active in AAK helped me to secure this position because of the many opportunities I got to develop my technical skills, my networking skills, my leadership skills, and also my social skills from taking part in the activities of the association. AAK also gave me exposure to many members of the industry, and I have also received mentorship that has guided me in my career. Not only have I benefited from being a member, but also from taking part actively in AAK, from showing commitment, contributing and participating in committees, being able to lead in certain positions, and again, being able to interact with professionals from where I met my future employer.
As AAK, our vision is to become a world-class organization. World-class in the sense that we use technology, both over the internet, over our mobile phones, to make sure that we deliver our services to our members in the most convenient manner. That we do not have our members having to come to our office or come to our events just to reach out to AAK. We have built a membership app, for example, that we use for communication about our events. We have built a membership system that enables our members to access their membership accounts, their annual membership certificates, pay their annual subscriptions online without necessarily having to call AAK or to come to AAK offices to achieve this.
The association incepted a campaign dubbed J Unamjengo as part of its public awareness program. The main aim of the J Unamjengo campaign is to create public awareness on the building and construction processes and best practices to avert collapse of buildings within the country. The campaign targets the general public with an aim of achieving public education amongst the masses. In 2018, the J Unamjengo campaign was held at the Aga Khan Walk on 26th May. The campaign also targeted the online community through engaging them in topical issues and Did You Know forums. AAK also engaged the public through informative videos, as well as chapter-specific frequently asked questions, also known as FAQs. The association was joined by several stakeholders, namely National Construction Authority, Nairobi City County Government, the Kenya Institute of Planners, among others, to participate in the campaign and educate the public on issues to do with the built and natural environment. The Award of Excellence is aimed at recognizing excellence in architecture for projects designed, built, and completed in Kenya or within East Africa by members of the Architectural Association of Kenya. The scheme is often held biannually.
I have been in practice for over 45 years, and my discipline mainly is structural engineering. I have been a member of AAK since I think 1979 or so. Anybody, any professional who is either a QS, architect, engineer or town planner, they should be part of AAK for mainly 2 or 3 reasons. Number one, because a professional who is part of built environment, because AAK, you got all this diversity in membership, you come together and discuss common issues in the built environment. So I think I would encourage younger members, whether they're engineers, architects, quantity surveyors, to be part of AAK. Second, I think mentoring is very important. Younger members should be mentored by seniors, and you can only be mentored if you are part of a club like organization or association like this one. So I would really encourage members to join AAK. Although, you may be members of other bodies, like I am a member of IEK, Institution of Engineers as well. But because I interact with architects, quantity surveyors on daily basis and other professionals, I think it is very important for me to be part of this association.
AAK, through its corporate social responsibility, continues to touch the lives of both university students and pupils at Anwar Junior Academy. The association's corporate social responsibility venture supports the AAK Bursary Kitty as well as the Anwar Junior Academy in Kibera, Nairobi.
For the AAK Bursary, I think I appreciate the motive of promoting, needy students like us, who at some points get stuck in terms of raising the school fees money. So for me, I say it was a big push for me, because at that time my mom had issues and she couldn't be able to raise money, and also on my own I was not able to raise enough money for that. So it was a great push that time for me.
As a needy school, we didn't even know what AAK was, but we came later to know that it meant the Architectural Association of Kenya, and we were very grateful that they were able to come in, give a hand, and make the school better for us. We used to be called Shule ya Machokora. Every child who passed by our school before, there was a song, Anwa Junior Academy, Shule ya Machokora. Even those who didn't know the meaning, I remember I even overheard a grown-up talk about that. Why? Because the children looked very dirty when we were in school, and the learning was always interrupted by, especially when there is a strong wind. The wind could blow dust, and so the children are like this in classes. When it came to rainy season, we couldn't even sit because the roofs were leaking, so the children could stand on corners with their books. So we felt that maybe they were right to call us Shule ya Machokora. Now, those who called us Shule ya Machokora, the children are here. It is such a sweet thing. I sometimes don't believe this.
Kunkwei Design Initiative, or rather KDI, as it's mostly known here, is a non-profit organization. Started about 12 years ago here in Kibera, and have been working with people living in the informal settlements, or rather the people living in impoverished areas and communities, to transform the derelict spaces in the informal settlements to productive public spaces, as well as productive learning spaces, as the case of Anwa Academy. In the more than 2 years partnership we've had with AK, we've had both material and cash donations that has contributed towards finishing of the Anwa project, specifically to the Anwa Sustainable Landscape Project. We've had pledges on tiles and mabati, and then cement, paint, and we're looking to use that to complete the other final works on the architecture bit of the school. We've had partnerships organized through AK with say Esther Pasaris, and that has also contributed to a pledge towards helping with the electrical works, which is a bit of the pending works. On behalf of KDI and our partner Anwa Academy, we are really grateful for the 2 years we've been able to partner with the AK.
AAK and KDI have had, I think, a long-standing informal relationship and partnership. In 2017, that relationship was formalized through a Memorandum of Understanding, and that MOU has different elements in it. One of them was specifically with regards to the Anwa School, which I think you've gone and seen, in terms of providing support for some of the design work that's being undertaken in this office to help to build that school, but also in terms of identifying partners who might be able to provide materials for the school. CSR run in 2017 was at 75K, which was really put towards some of the work at Anwa. And the one that was recently done, which was a 100,000 shilling donation, is being used towards a sustainable landscape work on the site as well.
I've been in private practice since 1989. I'm a past chairman of the Architectural Association of Kenya, and for now I am the chairman of the JBCC, which was formerly JBC, or Joint Building Council, but now it is Joint Building and Construction Council. I also happen to be a non-executive director of Kenya Electricity Generating Company, KenGen, and a board member of a few real estate companies. AAK has been instrumental in assisting JBCC. Currently, AAK is one of the key partners of JBCC because the JBCC in its present form has only 2 partners. That is Architectural Association of Kenya and Kenya Association of Building and Civil Engineering Contractors. The current standard form of contract, the Green Book as it is called, was last reviewed almost 20 years ago. And we said it is time for us now to review it so that we can be able to take into account the issues, the emerging issues that have not been dealt with that contract. So within the next few weeks, we should be able to launch the new version of the standard form of contract.
Vision of AK over the last 2 years was 3 things, and one was visibility for the association and ensuring we were actually part of the conversations that were happening about matters close to our hearts. Another aspect was sustainability, and we're looking at the association beyond the 2 years that we were going to be in leadership, and application systems, which has helped to really make the membership experience that much better.